Hey guys, Paul here. Come along and see us. Let's go.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Robb Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Greetings, citizenry. Great to be with you on a Wednesday show of the Mike O'Mara broadcast / podcast. We're happy to have you along today, and it is very refreshing to have everything finished in the home studio with all the glitches that I've suffered from. Haven't gotten it perfect yet. We have not.
Well, then it's not finished then.
Well, we did that final tweak. I don't think that was a very successful experiment right before the show, or as Rob likes to call it, experiment. But I didn't succeed.
Experiment. I go to spearmint like spearmint gum. I don't know why.
We are very, very happy to be joined by an author right at the front of the show today. This gentleman's name is Joel Zuckerman, and he has written a book called Gratitude Tiger: Creating Joy Through the Art of Impactful Letters. It's all about gratitude. And before we start talking to Joel, I'm just going to share a story that just the other day, I'm on the golf course, and there's one of the older guys that plays with us, and he's kind of a curmudgeon. And I, when I had that little hole-in-one, they gave me a big pro shop credit. So
that's right.
I roll in, and I remember the golf balls he plays, and I bring him a dozen golf balls, and he's sitting down there, and I do kind of a Marilyn Monroe, happy birthday, and put the golf balls down, and I got the nicest
Is it his birthday?
Yeah, it was his birthday 2 days ago.
I did not realize that. I thought
and
you
I got
were
the
just
nicest note.
doing
It was
shtick.
and it made me, think, well, what a perfect timing that we're having this author on that's all about gratitude, and it's a hell of an interesting concept, and I kind of understand it, which for a dummy like me is very very rare to understand anything. But let's welcome Joel to the show. Joel Zuckerman, thanks for coming on the Mike O'Mara Show. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. I'm so grateful to be here.
I am grateful to have you, and I was grateful to read your bio and find out that you covered the golf for a very, very long time. And, we were talking about Scotty Scheffler yesterday and the fact that he's talked about how the family comes first, and he did so in a remarkably eloquent way. And, it sounds like he's really grateful for his wife and his family, but not necessarily, he said if golf ever gets in the way of his life, he sounds like he's got his priorities straight. And this to me is something that I've been probably aware of for a very long time because of my mom. But where did you go from? It wasn't like you were a beat reporter. You wrote books about golf. You wrote articles about golf. And when did you make the pivot and start thinking about this? Was it writing gratitude letters in your private life? Is that how it started? Oh, damn it. We lost him. Can you hear him, guys?
I cannot hear him.
Okay, let's
How
see if we...
about
There we go.
That's better.
Oh, now the audio's good.
Mike, make your choice.
We can hear you.
There we go.
There he is. Okay.
Sorry.
There it is. That's all right. We got you now.
All right.
We got
What I was
you.
going to say was Scotty's grateful he's made about $100 million in 5 years, too. Let's,
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
not
very
put that
grateful.
past him.
So when did
anyway,
you make the? How did you start? Have you always been aware of this concept, or where did this all? Because it's a very unusual subject to write about.
You have a copy of Gratitude Tiger. If you do, read the.
I would have been grateful if your publicist got that to me.
The first chapter in the book is called The Metamorphosis, and the first sentence of the book, beyond the foreword, is, "I used to be a very busy golf and travel writer. I was also something of an ingrate. But more on that in a little bit." And I tell this story about how I lucked into this life as a traveling. You're right, Mike. I was not a beat reporter. I did not write about Tigers cutting a 6-iron into 12 feet to make birdie on the 7. I wrote about resorts, spas, history, player profiles for a wide range of magazines. And I wrote a lot of books, as you mentioned. And in 2013, I picked up one of the most famous self-help books that we've all heard of, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And it's all small stuff. And one of the chapters said, write a heartfelt letter. So I was a busy writer in 2013 doing autobiography stuff and memoirs and travel logs and books. And I said, I can write a heartfelt letter. So I sat down and wrote a letter to a colleague in the golf industry. As I wrote the letter, it never occurred to me I would write a second letter. It was just an intellectual exercise. But when I put it in the mail, I got his address. I texted him for his address. When I put it in the mail, I was overcome with a feeling of warmth and connectivity that I wasn't expecting. I felt like I'm really connecting with this person. He's going to be so thrilled to realize that I have deep feelings for him, that I'm grateful to him for what he's done for my career. I found that feeling to be intoxicating. And now, 12 years later, I've written more than 285 letters.
And they all, I would imagine, have varying degrees of what you talk about, that adrenaline rush when you do this. But I mean, who doesn't feel wonderful when they reach out to somebody? It's not always easy to do, to tell them how much, in a way, you can call it gratitude. I call it telling somebody how much they or what they've done means to you. Mm-hmm. It's not easy to do. And I've experienced it, and I completely agree with you. It is an enormously satisfying experience to do that.
Why isn't it easy? Tell me why it isn't easy to do.
I think sometimes I guard against doing something like that, and I can separate it into my personal life and my professional life. In my professional life, and this might, I welcome your thoughts on this, because I'm being completely honest when I say I would worry that by reaching out to somebody, as somebody who has his philosophy on hats that we sell called Don't Get Happy, I would worry that if I have always had this fear, this is the God's honest truth, that if I reach out to a coworker and say something like, well done, you're really doing a fantastic job, you mean a lot to me, that the next day they are going to, pardon my expression, shit the bed, and all hell is going to break loose, and they're eventually going to bail on me. And
to be fair, Mike,
yes.
First you would have to work with someone that you were impressed with.
Rob, I've written you.
I know you have. I'm giving you a hard time.
As early as last week, I did.
Absolutely.
But that's when I say it's tough to do. I have that in my head, and then it's years of analysis, it's years of psychotherapy that putting yourself. I feel like you're putting yourself out there, Joel, in a way that maybe you can get hurt.
May I add one thing to that?
No, let him answer. Let him answer what I said.
But I do want to hear your opinion also, Rob.
I don't.
I have heard that. Well, I've never met either of you, so.
We just have fun like that on the show. It's 35 years.
Yesterday, he wished I had a heart attack.
Welcome to our world, Joel.
But I'm grateful I did not.
These gratitude discussions are supposed to be very serious, guys. Cut the bullshit.
Not here. Not here. All right. Go ahead.
Let me make this point.
Please do.
That is a fear of some people, many people, you included, the vulnerability, putting your heart on your sleeve. So my message, right? I'm a very unique character because, first of all, as you'll learn as we speak, I never will run out of anything to say. Mm-hmm. I'm very gregarious. I'm very effusive. I'm a professional writer, and I've never, I don't want to jinx myself, suffered from writer's block. And most importantly, most germane for this part of our conversation, I'm not afraid to show my feelings, okay? If I think highly of you, if I love you, if I like you, if I adore you, if you've shown me a service, a kindness, done something for me, I'm happy to share my thoughts with you. And the number one reason why I wrote the book, why I speak professionally, it all distills down to a single sentence. Writing letters of gratitude makes you, the writer, feel good.
Simple as
Your
that.
your joy. So when you wrote to your colleague a note or an email, he might have been flattered and humbled and delighted to hear from you. But didn't you feel a sense of elation when you shared your good feelings with him?
100%.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely,
that's it.
absolutely true. Yeah.
So there's a chapter in the new book, and my keynote is called The Seven Pillars of Expressive Gratitude. And pillar number one is number one for a reason. Writing letters of gratitude makes you, the letter writer, feel good. Pillar number two is painfully obvious. It makes the recipient feel good. But that's why it's pillar number two. I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm not Nelson Mandela. I write these letters hundreds because it makes me feel good. And that's the gist of everything I write and everything I speak about on a professional stage.
One of the reasons we're speaking with Joel Zuckerman, and the book is Gratitude Tiger, Creating Joy Through the Art of Impactful Letters. And one of the reasons when Josh told me about possibly having you on the show was in this time that we're living in right now, I think it's more important than ever to return to some sense of, human interaction that's not yelling at each other or insulting each other or attacking one another. I think the timing of this book in 2025 is magnificent to do that. And you're absolutely right. It makes you feel so much better when you do that. And has anyone said to you, but you said, yes, texts are okay? Because when you think of letter writing, I think of old school. I think of my grandfather and my father, where it was all letters. And you would, because that was a kinder, gentler time. It really was in a certain way. But, when you say impactful letters, do people get hung up on that concept when they're talking to you?
A little bit. I've got plenty to say about that. But your colleague wanted to chime in with a question. I don't want to shut him out.
It's funny that Mike
Ladies
brought
and
it
gentlemen,
up.
we're talking with Joel Zuckerman, producer of the Mike O'Mara Show. No, go ahead, Rob. Joel wants to hear from you.
I feel bad.
No, you
don't.
mustn't. You mustn't.
Wait
This
till you
is
hear the
actually
question.
it tacks on. It actually goes well with Mike's thing. His question. I'm curious. If you think about the impactful letters and the note of the idea of even just a thank you note arriving in the mail, that's being the only way to do it. Do you think that email and, more importantly, texting has diminished the sincerity of reaching out because you can dash off a text in 10 seconds and it doesn't involve a stamp and it doesn't involve writing, it doesn't involve going to the post office? Has that changed the game a little bit?
It has changed the game tremendously. And what I will say to that, I'll be succinct, which is not a word that most people associate with me. I'll make it quick and easy. Receiving a letter of gratitude in the mail is almost ceremonial.
Mm-hmm.
There is I don't want to say formality, because many of my letters are freewheeling streams of consciousness, very snarky, funny, high-spirited. But it shows a degree of effort that you really want to tell someone you're grateful to them. That is way beyond a text, an emoji, a GIF, an email, a TikTok. And yes, does it take more effort to find someone's address and go to the mailbox? Of course it does. That's why it's more impactful. That's why my 285 efforts thus far are letters of gratitude, not gifts of gratitude, not emojis of gratitude. And call me old school. I think my message, it doesn't resonate with 30-somethings unless they were raised a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you were
Right.
raised by parents who insisted you write a thank you note, like you guys might have been,
Yeah.
like I certainly was.
And so you're not trying to change the world here.
No.
But it's certainly an exercise that I think even the, Gen X, millennials, everybody like that would probably do well in doing it. I mean, I come from an era where letters were kind of a thing in my family, and I still think thank you notes are part of my family. Well, not from me necessarily,
course
but
not.
but
Don't you get a lot of them because they're thankful that you're in the family?
I get them constantly.
Of
Rob.
course you do. Dozens.
People sharing how grateful
Sacks of mail.
they are with me with all of that. Yeah. Do you think that? I mean, I think if you allow the text, though, and even that, if it's if it's an email that's well composed, I think that is not exactly a lack of effort. That's still that's still the thought that counts, right? And
You're right.
Saying
You're
something.
right. And I mentioned the first chapter in the book is called Gratitude Tiger. The first chapter is called The Metamorphosis, and it explains how I went from this prolific golf writing to what I now do. And the last chapter of the book, Mike, is called Finishing This Text with a Word About Texts. And in that chapter, I detail the fact that my father taught me as a young age. My father was 54 when I was born. So by the time I was ready to listen to any coherent advice, he was getting old. He was pushing 70. And I remember him telling me, if someone asks you a favor and you can do it without tremendous effort, you should always do someone a favor. And that's how I consider texting. You can always reach out to someone. As Rob said, it only takes 10 seconds, and it has a dual effect. One, they are now forced to think of you. They're busy at work, or they're watching soap operas, or whatever they're doing, and a text comes in. Now you have crossed their mind, whether they wanted you to or not. You are offering, Bill, what's happening? It's been a long time. I hope you and Janie are doing okay. Boom. End of it.
Yeah.
It's just a way of staying in touch. So there's a tremendous efficacy in texting. It's great. But letters of gratitude are the gold standard for feeling good about yourself.
I have to touch on something. I have to touch on something quickly, because you mentioned your dad was 54 when you were born, and I'm an older father, and I think we match up with that. I think I'm almost spot on. I'm 66. My son is 12.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I thank you very much, Rob. Or was that Josh? I'm not sure.
That was me.
Joel, I have to ask you this question. How does it feel? What are your thoughts? I just have to get that from you, besides talking about the book. What are your thoughts about being raised by an older dad? Because I'm fascinated by that.
Well, I don't think I should tell you. Why don't you mute your thing and I'll tell the other boys.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
He's got elephant skin. He can do this.
I can handle it. I can handle anything.
Let me put it this way. In another book, one of my books earlier, I could just see the phrase that I wrote. I was glad that we had our kids young.
Okay.
I think I was 28 and 31, or give or take.
Right.
Because my dad, he did the best he could. He was Eastern European.
Okay.
He never wore a baseball glove. When we would play baseball in the backyard, he would stop the baseball on a short hop with the sole of his hard business shoe.
I can't. As having a baseball player, my little guy, I can relate to that. That is hysterical.
It was not exactly Field of Dreams. If you had walked into my backyard in 1972, you would have said, "What is happening here?"
That is too funny. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Anyway, my father was a wonderful man. He was wise. He was mellowed by the difficulties of his childhood in pre-World War I Russia.
Yeah.
And he was impactful and imparted a lot of wisdom. But the problem was he started to deteriorate when I was getting into high school.
Okay.
Because he's suffering, the health effects that many men of our age or close to our age, and certainly 30, 40 years ago, started to suffer.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
Great dad. He was great to me, and I love him. He's been gone a long time. He died when I was 30, but I'm sure you seem like a great guy. I'm sure your son will have tremendous memories with you, and hopefully for many, many years to come.
I hope so. The golf writing, it seems to me that in the world of golf, as it relates to gratitude in your book, I think what I see, just observing, and you've covered the game, but you've also covered resorts and stuff. You've been around, I would imagine, your share of entitlement with people, people that feel as though the world should be deferential to them. I see a lot of lack of gratitude in that world. Did that have anything to do with moving in this direction in your life and in your writing?
It's a good question. I would say tangentially it's related. I felt in the opening chapter of my new book, I talk about how I fell into this fairy tale life of flying around the world on other people's dimes. Golf writers are fond of saying, we only reach into our pocket for teas.
That's funny.
So
I like that.
I would fly wherever they would send me, and if the flight was too early, I'd be ticked off. If I had to push my rolling coffin of a travel bag through 2 miles of an airport terminal, it was annoying.
Right.
We had this entitlement we'd go into resorts. If it was a press trip with 6 or 10 writers, you'd walk into the place like rock stars. You didn't have the talent, the fame, the money, or the groupies.
Right.
Just the sense that, what can you do for me?
Yeah.
And I look back at that now, it's 5 to 10 years in my past, and it started at the turn of the century. So I started getting invited out on this magical mystery tour about 25 years ago, and it lasted for 20 plus years. And I got to the point in my career, Mike, where I didn't even need to be invited. I could just call a resort and ask them to Google me. And then they'd call me back. Oh, please, could you come for the weekend? I'm like, can I bring my family? Of course.
Wow. Good gig.
That's what we used to say. Good work if you can get it.
Sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so you ask a very profound question. Was my entitled life for all those years, is what I do now a reverberating effect on what I was like in 2005 and 2010? I've never thought of it that way. I don't think so. I just find such pleasure in writing letters of gratitude. And all I'm trying to do when I speak and when in my new book is to tell people, write a letter to someone who you have gratitude to. You will feel tremendous. What they feel is collateral joy. You write it for yourself, and the collateral joy that the subject experiences, that's just gravy.
I love it. I think that's great. Joel, we appreciate you taking the time to join us today. I think this is the kind of thing that will motivate people to get out there and do it. And there's so many people that we all have in our lives that we probably should pay attention to. And that, as you said, it's a selfish exercise in a way because you feel so good when you do it.
Absolutely. And let me share one quick thought with you,
sure,
if I may. When I speak about 5 minutes, 7 minutes into a presentation, I ask the audience, think of 2 people to whom you're grateful to. One that's with you and one sadly no longer with you. And then I'll tell them it's a reflexive response. Mm-hmm. Everyone immediately thinks of 2 people. And then I'll say, it is too late to reach the person no longer with you. So don't hesitate. Write that letter of gratitude today or tomorrow to the person who's still with you, because as Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, you can never do a kindness too soon because you never know how soon it will be too late.
Man, I love it. That is wonderful. Not only can you put pen on paper, but you're really a great guy to talk to, and I'd love to have you on again. It was really a joy, and really good luck with this book. I think it's a wonderful concept. God, do we need it today more than we've ever needed it.
I appreciate it. I'll reach out to Josh and see if you guys can have me back around Thanksgiving time.
There we go. I get that joke. Gratitude Tiger, creating joy through the art of impactful letters by Joel Zuckerman. And, look for Joel when he's speaking at a convention or somewhere near you, because he does a lot of that as well. Obviously, he's good at it.
And
Thank
it's
you,
on
Joel.
sale on Amazon today.
What's that? Oh, that's
it's on
right.
Sale over at Amazon.
Amazon, that's where you get it. And go grab a copy of it.
Wherever fine books are sold.
Thank you, Joel. We appreciate
Joel.
that. Thank you very much for coming on the show. We appreciate it. We're grateful.
Guys.
Yes.
I'm grateful too. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
There you go.
Bye.
That's Joel Zuckerman, everybody. I mean, as he's talking, I'm thinking about who I can fire off a letter to.
Were you ever a letter? Were you ever a letter writer, Mike?
Yeah.
Go back in the day?
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I was.
I was too.
I would, do it occasionally, and it's. And I know he's saying the real exercise is to write a letter, but I also, something as simple as first thing this morning, just having my sister reach out to me and saying she was thinking about us, and that for 3 years it's been since I've been up to that that part of the world to see my family, and so I immediately responded, and that's texting, but it's still communicating.
Yeah.
And I think texting, in a way, when you're doing that kind of communicating, can be more impactful than just trying to arrange a business meeting. Like when we're going back and forth 500 times about show business and I don't mean show business.
Yeah, you're complaining about the Kardashians.
When we're going back and forth about the details on this broadcast, it gets tedious for me. I'd rather talk to people doing that. But to say thank you, that makes me feel better. It
and
really
also,
does.
I love his notion that if nothing else, a text lets them know that you're thinking of them, and it forces them to think about you.
Yeah.
You don't even think about it at that granular level, but it's
Right.
very true. So it's nice that he does that.
I think gratitude is, because I do exist out in that kind of country club world and that that golfer's world, I have a little thing that I notice that I've noticed for my whole life. And nobody told me about it. Nobody told me to do this, but it will be somebody who's in a restaurant, somebody's in a club, somebody's behind a counter that will drop off like a plate of food or a beer or something like that. And there are people that don't ever even say thank you, that don't even acknowledge the person. Like it's and it always
It drives me nuts.
It
drives me nuts.
sticks in my craw, and then I've been around other people that took it a little further and will always get a name of somebody. And I think some people that are in the service business consider that a little disingenuous, but it's better than just ignoring somebody.
If they have a name tag, I always try to call them by their name. Because it just makes it more human interaction.
Josh, you're funny. When I see your little brain working and you're just like going back and forth, you have something to say. Go ahead.
Well, as you were saying, that's disingenuous. I knew Rob was going to jump in because Rob is one of those people. Rob will call you by your name if you're wearing a name tag every time.
Well, what does that
No matter
mean,
what
though?
you're doing.
Well, I mean, is that
you're
a
at
bad
King's
thing?
Dominion, checking the seatbelt, he'll look to see what your name is and say, "Thank you, Mike."
I do. Well, you know why? Because
no, it's
I
not
used
a bad
to be.
thing.
I
It's
used
your
to
habit of being friendly.
I used to be a checker at Safeway, and if someone called me by my name, I liked it. I did.
Just to pull back the curtain during that little exchange.
Are you going to do this story
when
time?
he was talking about the text, Josh, you didn't know this, but I texted Rob, blow me.
Yeah.
And then Rob texted me back, "I will if you're grateful about it." And we kept it together while that was going on.
We did, but
didn't
it was, you know what? That was a top 10 text right there, and it made you think of me.
No, I will go back to the boat. I will say there's Michael's got this friend, Donnie. And by the way, God, it's funny because when you start thinking about it, it jogs the brain to come up with stuff. I got to share this with you right here. Let me make sure that I've got it. But let me see. Hey, Mike, I watched your show yesterday and really appreciate the kind words and, of course, the plug. Hope to fish with y'all again someday in the future. Thank you very much. Your new fan, Captain Mike.
How great is that? That's so good.
That means something that he took the time. I told him to. I told him I was going to talk about it. And there was one kid at the very end of the fishing trip, one of his buddies, that said, thank you. Now, my son is very good about expressing gratitude to us as parents. But, that one little guy that said that, it's cool. I think it always works. I mean, you get it from what's the first thing we teach our kids? Please and thank you. That's the first thing
Not in my
I
house.
do.
It was shut up. Enough already.
Not while Daddy's drinking.
Go get one of the green bottles out of the refrigerator. Does this look green, idiot?
I really do. I
Mike,
want to give. Yes.
I'm curious. His exercise he did about if you could write a letter right now to someone living and someone passed. And I immediately came up with choices. Did you have any that popped to mind?
Because I've done Carla has a collection of probably letters that I've written to her throughout our relationship that I will just do it. Sometimes I will just do it when she's gone to sleep and I'm up and we've had a particularly good day. When Kathy reached out, I'm very conscious of keeping the relationship with her family good because it's been too much time. They came down and visited us this past year, but it's not the kind of frequency that we've had in the past. So I was thinking about her as to how she handled my mom at the end of her life when my mom went to assisted living and the job that she did, really picking all that up. I was, because of the proximity up in New England, she did a lot more lifting than I did in that. And I've always been very grateful, and I would write her about that. As far as people that are not here, I would probably, I always talk about my mom, and I was very good about sharing gratitude with my mom, but I probably would write a letter to my father and just say, thank you for doing your best to give us the life you had under pretty difficult circumstances. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, and it was, we never knew that as kids. And you hear a lot of kids talk about that when they're children of the greatest generation. And I really don't think we were made aware of how difficult it was. Back in the day, going to a baseball game, going to see a Boston Red Sox game, people might think that, let's go, why not? It was a big, big deal for my family.
Yeah.
A really big deal for my family. And they made that happen for me. So, that was cool. A lot of sports and a lot of stuff like that growing up. So that's how about you? Who is around now that you would write a letter to, and who is somebody that is not around because you've lost a lot of people in the last couple of years that you would write a letter to?
I would probably write to Zendaya and William Howard Taft.
Thank you.
President. No, to be in all honesty.
He was thinking about that one for a while.
In all honesty, the first letter I write would be to Twitch because I didn't get to talk to him enough. Mark Riddell. I talked to him a lot when he was on his bed there, but I didn't get to say enough. Right. And I think for a living person, I would write to my mom because as I get older, I realize more and more sincerely the sacrifices she made to make sure that I got to where I was going. She worked like a Trojan. She was just always at work. But I never missed out on anything. And again, we didn't have a lot of money, but I didn't know it. So I think but that would be a good letter to write also to my dad. I don't know.
And Josh, we can't leave you out of this because I know the person that's living that you would write a thank you letter to would have the initials DJT. No, would you?
Yeah.
And of course, the dead one, Earl Weaver.
Right.
Have you thought about who you'd you're a younger guy. You don't have that many people dead.
Yeah, I don't have that many people dead. As far as living, there's a pastor friend who's been a huge influence over my life that I have written letters to in the past. So that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Cool.
Anybody dead that you could think of?
Yeah, a friend that killed himself many years ago.
So that's tough. That's difficult to deal with.
Do you save any letters?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not a saver, Rob. I've never been a saver. I've got a bunch of stuff from early in my career that's up in in storage up in Maine, but I don't think that I'd be able to negotiate it or tell you what it is. It's like the crap I have is all.
You need to hire a guy to coordinate it and collate it.
Yeah,
and get the museum open.
I do. Yeah, I throw everything out. But if it's something like that, I'll take a picture of it first. Because the cameras on our phones are good enough to scan it, right?
Actually, what Josh does now, he takes a picture of the letter and then has AI turn it into a cartoon.
And have it write my response.
That's how they do it. Hey, thanks to Joel Zuckerman. The book is Gratitude Tiger, Creating Joy Through the Art of Letter Writing. Impactful letters.
I didn't have him pegged as a guy that would say a bad word, and yet he did.
Oh, that's right. He did. And it was when he was talking about he liked you. He really
What's
liked
not to
you.
like?
What's like?
I think I just got a letter from him.
What's not to like? Huh? That's the way that goes. We got more show, but first I want to tell you about Naked Wines. How would you like to be the Oh, I said I was going to open the bottle. I didn't. Damn it. I don't
Darn
have
it.
a bottle opener. Well,
You
anyway.
just have to do today's show sober. That's all.
I'll just break the bottle. Yes, damn it. I'm not grateful for that. Would you like to be the most interesting person at the next big party you go to? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, and ABC. Just show up with a bottle of wine with a truly unique story. This podcast is sponsored by Naked Wines, a subscription service that seamlessly connects you to the finest independent winemakers on the planet, so you get a case of the market's best quality wines for a fraction of the price you'd normally pay in stores. With our code, you can get 6 bottles of wine for $39.99. Plus, you can pause or cancel at any time. You need to join the Naked Wines community. It's great. We're getting there towards the end of the summer. Then it's the Halloween season.
Yes.
Then it's the Thanksgiving season. Then it's the real holiday season. Head to nakedwines.com/TMOS and put in our code for both the code and password. And you'll get 6 bottles of wine for $39.99, shipping included. That's nakedwines.com/TMOS and code TMOS for 6 bottles of wine for $39.99. Now fill my chalice to the top, please. To the top, please. To the top, please.
I thought you'd get that. Yeah, that was Homer.
Thank you. Right before we did the show yesterday, we found out that a legendary performer had passed, Ozzy Osbourne. Last week, Kelly Osbourne denied rumors that her father was dying, and then yesterday, Ozzy did indeed pass away. He was 76. There is no word on the cause of death, but here's the official statement. It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away. They said this yesterday. That was earlier in the morning. He was with his family, surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time. Ozzy's biography is pretty well known by now. He got his start in Black Sabbath, got fired in 1979, and launched a massively successful solo career. Then in the early 2000s, he reinvented himself and made his family just as famous with the Osbournes, the MTV reality show. Along the way, he bit the head off a bat. That, to me, was the first thing I ever heard about Ozzy Osbourne. And that's the thing that everybody talked about all
And
the
I'm
time.
not so sure it ever happened, but it's a great story.
Says here, bit a head off a bat and a pigeon.
Oh, you see, I thought it was just a pigeon.
I don't know. Snorted a line of ants. Got arrested for peeing on the Alamo while wearing his wife's dress.
I do remember that.
You do?
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
He also consumed...
Oh,
Hello, Michael Mara Show. Hello.
I'm Ozzy Osbourne, and I'm the Prince of Darkness.
Thank you. He also consumed massive
That was
amounts
weird.
of mind-altering substances and calling from heaven, apparently.
I hope so.
He sold 100 million records, and he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. He was inducted for Sabbath in 2006 and as a solo artist last year. Ozzy's health took a turn for the worse in 2003 following an ATV accident in which he broke his collarbone, 8 ribs, and a neck vertebrae. He re-injured his neck in a fall in 2019, and of course, he was battling Parkinson's disease, which was diagnosed after the fall. In a 2023 interview, he said his life had been, quote, 5 years of absolute hell while he was going through those medical issues. And yet just 2.5 weeks ago, he was able to perform one last time at the Back to the Beginning show in Birmingham, which raised $190 million for charity. Ozzy is survived by his wife Sharon, his daughter Kelly, and his son Jack. There are also some offspring you don't know, a son named Louis John, an adopted son named Elliot Kingsley, and a daughter named Jessica Starshine, all from his first marriage. I did not know that.
No
I only
mention
knew
of
the
his
one
brother,
family.
the comedian, Fozzy.
Fozzy Osbourne?
Yes,
Is that just a random
that's all.
Is that a Fozzie the Bear reference?
Yeah,
What
it is because he was
Ozzy?
a comedian on the Muppets.
Fozzy Osbourne?
Waka waka waka.
And then
his,
there was Amy, Aimee, daughter of Ozzy and Sharon, who opted not to be on the family
Smart.
reality show.
Very smart to not do
In
that.
his autobiography, he confirmed that in 1982 in Iowa, he picked the bat up off the stage and bit its head off because he thought it was a stuffed bat.
Okay.
Then he realized it was a real bat and had to go get the rabies vaccine after the show.
Well, that's good that he did that. You
Well,
know
he
that
had his
Steve
presence of
Bridges
mind
is
to
the
do
guy
that.
that threw the bat.
No. And of course, from the crowd, you could hear him say, "Suck on that." Sabbath guitarist Tony Iommi, is it Lomi? Iommi,
I think.
Lomi, I don't know. Said he was heartbroken. Said there won't be another one like him. So there's that. Well, Stevie Wonder is 75 years old, and he has no intention of hanging it up. He says, quote,
"Good
for as long." Oh yeah, you went and saw that show and did a great review on that concert.
Saw him twice. So
for
good.
as long as you breathe, says Stevie, as long as your heart beats, there's more for you to do. He adds, quote, "I love playing music. That's like my mantra. I think I can do all the stuff I want to do. I'm not going to stop the gift that keeps pouring through my body. As long as you can imagine is as long as you are going to be creative. And as long as you let your mind work, you don't have to retire." I disagree.
Yeah, but you don't love what you do.
I do. That is not nice.
I know.
That is
I
really
think-
nice. That's like you. That's like me saying the heart attack thing to you.
No,
ass.
it's a little not. It's not quite at that level.
That really feeds into that narrative from all those negative Nellies out there. You stop it. Behave
I will
yourself.
consider it done, but I think Stevie will outlive us all.
Yeah.
Because when I saw him on stage, it was now 8 or 9 years ago, he sounded and looked like he could have been Stevie in the 60s. His voice hasn't changed.
Incredible.
His presentation hasn't changed. If you are ever within 100 miles of a Stevie Wonder concert, go to it.
Go see Stevie. Absolutely.
We're lucky to be on the earth at the same time as him.
A group of tech nerds in Amsterdam came up with a new gadget. Josh, pay attention to this. It's called a dream recorder.
Wow.
And it turns your dreams into videos, but it doesn't actually scan your brainwaves. You have to remember your dream, describe what it was. Well, that's like any
That's AI
thing. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Said it turns your description into a video. Well, couldn't you turn anything into a video? I see all those creepy crawlers online.
You know,
that
in
they do.
elementary school, I had a dream recorder. I played it. It was a small dream recorder, and I could play it in the band. Exactly. That was great. That
Do you
was
have a
really
recorder?
good.
Do you have a recorder in your studio right now?
Let me check my shelf.
All right, check your shelf, see if you have a recorder. Apparently, this device is slightly bigger than an alarm clock with a screen on the front that shows he doesn't.
I don't have a recorder, but you bet I will soon.
It shows colorful, low-def clips of your dream. All the examples they shared look more like an acid trip than real life. So there's that. It stores, oh God, this sounds like such a scam. It stores a week's worth of dreams. They say it's meant for reflecting on the meanings of your dreams as they echo into waking life.
This is such total BS because, first of all, it'll never look exactly right because it's not your brain.
Right.
And think of the things that you remember in a dream. They are so detailed, more detailed than you could ever.
And that's why all my dreams, the only videos I could share could be on Pornhub. The good news is it's somewhat affordable. The bad news is that is, look at the dreams. Yes,
that looks like
flowers.
a good dream. Yeah.
The bad news is you can't buy one. You have to build it. They claim it's not that hard.
Yeah, you go to ChatGPT and hit enter.
And they posted a shopping list with instructions. Well, F them.
That's why they're not selling it, because there's nothing to it.
They say the total cost is around $330 plus 15 cents per dream. I don't get it. Now I don't believe it. Now I think it's all just a bunch of BS.
No, it is true. Just think about it. You're telling a simple AI program to generate an image or a small scene that you've created. All you're doing is making things harder for you.
And scene. Margot Robbie has already been Barbie. Now she's reportedly lining up to play another female cultural icon from the 1950s. When you were a boy, Rob, the era you wanted to live in. Rumor has it that she might star in Tim Burton's remake of the 1958 cinematic classic. Tell me the title.
Is it The Girl Can't Help It?
No. Think horror.
Well, it's not Psycho because that's 1960.
Nope. Think more jive horror.
Jive horror. I give up. I 58
Think
doesn't.
Giant.
Well, now I'm thinking of the movie Giant.
No, that's with James Dean.
Oh, the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman?
There he goes. Yes,
Get outta
sirree.
here.
Good job. You got
Wow.
it. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Well
Josh, you
done.
must watch it. It's a great film. Watch it after Roller Coaster.
I'll wait for the remake.
And the script will supposedly be written by novelist Gillian Flynn, who wrote Gone Girl, Sharp Objects, and Widows.
They turned down the script from Joel Zuckerman.
The original told the sensitive story of Nancy Archer, a wealthy but unstable heiress who grows in size after an encounter with a giant alien, and she seeks revenge on her philandering husband. What, she go out to try to crush him? Have you seen The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman?
Been a long time, but yeah, she does go after him. And she doesn't kill him in a way that's anything exciting. She just sort of smooshes him, I think.
I heard it's a good movie because she's got big boobs.
Yes, very big, very big. But unfortunately, big all over, if you catch my meaning.
Go, thank you. Finally today, heat-related alerts had been issued for 18 states as of Monday, with the National Weather Service urging residents to take steps to reduce the risk of heat illnesses. Advice included limiting outdoor activities, wearing light clothing, staying hydrated, and avoiding alcohol.
What?
Yes. In response to the advisory, the state of Florida said, "You're kidding me, right?" Anyway, that's it. We have to move on. More show coming.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Really? Limit outdoor activities and no alcohol? Come on now.
That you can eat.
Hey, caffeine junkies, just because we don't mention it every day, don't think that Charlie's Choice coffee is a thing of the past.
It's not.
Josh makes me laugh sometimes.
Yeah,
The
I've got it
slow.
sitting here on my
That was
desk.
the slow. That was the slow. Can you do that again so everybody can see the...
It was the trying to figure out the focus of the camera.
I like
I
that,
see.
though. There it is. Charlie's Choice. It's great. It's not a thing of the past. It's still awesome. And you can
Yes.
reorder or subscribe for some more right now.
Yes, do it right now.
Don't just drink coffee, experience it. We all know that you got to have coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. What movie? Name the movie. Coffee, 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 coffee.
The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. I don't know that movie.
Robin Williams in Moscow on the Hudson. He gets
Oh,
overwhelmed.
God, I haven't seen that for a long time.
He gets
Yeah.
overwhelmed by the groceries in an American grocery store.
Yeah.
So we want you to have the best Charlie's Choice available in whole bean or fresh ground. Get a one-time order or save money with a subscription like I do, and get your exclusive Charlie's Choice blend delivered right to your door. It's the best and freshest coffee you can find. It's crafted in small batches and roasted to order in beautiful St. Augustine, Florida. So support small business and enjoy a cup of Charlie today. It's heaven in a cup. Get yours at the TMOS store at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Start your day right with Charlie's Choice, because, Charlie,
It's good to the last sip. Yummy.
hot steaming Charlie. Because when Charlie says duh, it's got to be good.
Exactly, just like Al Roker says.
Isn't that right, Charlie?
Charlie.
All right, Rob, I want to hear about the stupid travel trend, because my wife is traveling the end of the week. We're going to be traveling a couple of times during the fall, and I'm very curious. I'm curious.
This, to me, sounds horrible, but Josh, this might have been just enough to cure your European jaunt. Have you ever heard of an extreme day trip?
No. I know there's a guy on YouTube that does this, where he will fly from like New York to London, have dinner, and fly back.
Yep, it involves an early flight out and a late flight home one day in another country.
That's too expensive.
Tell me about it. And also the destination. I like getting to a place and being able to at least settle for a half hour before I do something. But there's no hotel.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's something for the glitterati, not the common man, to get on a plane. Come on now.
Well, shop it around. I mean, one of the most popular destinations are Dublin, Belfast, and Cork. People
man,
love doing day trips to Cork.
You know, I mean, if I like a place or I'm having a good time, I don't want to leave. I don't want
Right,
to get off a plane.
exactly.
Go through that. That to me, I mean, so is the hassle of airports and then dealing with that? No way.
Twice in a day, yeah.
I've looked into it for a day trip just in America to fly to a town, catch a baseball game, and fly back.
Well, that's
And
a little more reasonable than flying to
would-
like Iceland.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But it's still ridiculous and impossible because of the air travel going through the airport.
Yeah, because air travel is just BS. It's horrible. I hate being in airports. It's one of my least favorite places to be in the world. It wasn't always,
Right.
but it is now. Can't stand being in that. That's a stupid trend.
I have some suggested extreme day trips that might change your mind, Mike.
Okay. All right.
Like,
I'm
would
ready.
you fly to Iceland and do the Blue Lagoon or the Sky Lagoon? I
No.
mean, before the lava hit it and ruined it, but
Is that gone now?
no, I think it just needs to be cleaned up. I just
We
saw
need
lava.
a Blue Lagoon. We need a Blue Lagoon update because if you go to Iceland, you get in their little salt baths or whatever their super thermal baths that they have, and there's all this like mud, sandy consistency stuff
Yeah.
that you can put on your face. And
Yeah,
if
it's
that's
very
gone,
healing
that's
to your face.
Well, I think it was really a cool thing to do, and it really was special. And I hope it wasn't wrecked for good. That would be terrible.
Mike, you could fly to Paris like Josh did, but only stay for long enough to go tandem skydiving over the French countryside, then go to a Parisian cafe, and then look at iconic landmarks, and then go home.
Rob,
But
this
how
is
much are you
all
paying?
this is all Richie rich.
I
This is
know.
like-
That's why I hate this. I
Well, I
don't
feel
like the
like-
notion that even if I had the money, I wouldn't do it.
And you have to have a private jet in order to hit the times right.
yeah.
Well, you have to definitely plan ahead.
Yeah, when you said stupid travel trend, I thought it was going to be something dumb that is available for the everyman.
Like
You
that
don't
raw
think-
dog in a few months ago.
You don't think
if
this
you
is
have
not
money, if you
dumb?
have disposable income, it could be an exercise, and you've got all the time in the world because you're Richie rich. It's probably, I still think it's dumb, so I'll give you that. But it's it's something you'd be more inclined to do. Like for example, people that fly private air.
Yeah.
A lot of times we'll get on a plane, take a 40-minute, 45-minute flight for lunch somewhere, go like down in Florida. People get in a private plane, fly to the Bahamas for lunch, come back and land in the afternoon. They do that. Right?
Wow, I'm going to Egypt this weekend, but just for Saturday.
No, it's for rich people.
No,
It's-
on
it's-
Saturday
it's
I'm going to
totally
go to
for rich
Sharm
people.
el Sheikh. I'm going to have a half day of scuba diving, seeing the coral reefs because that's why you go to Egypt, and then I'm going to look at the pyramids, and then I'm going to come home.
Is this trend that people in America are doing this?
Yes.
Because in Europe, the flights are going to be a lot shorter, so maybe.
No, the extreme day tripper is from America. I think it's an American thing. But
I'm so jealous. I got a lot of buddies that are traveling right now, and
Right.
and I'm just staying home, sitting in my big fart chair, and ordering Chinese golf shoes for my kid. That's what I'm doing.
oh, I thought you were going to say Chinese food.
No, Michael was on the golf course the other day, and I said, he said these shoes are tight because he's 12 and he's growing like a weed. And I said, do I have the solution for you? Oh, Josh, I'm here to tell you
Step
that
right up.
his last gift arrived, and it was a beautiful city jersey from the Red Sox.
The
The
green
orange,
monster green.
the yellow and blue one. That one.
Oh,
that's
last
the one.
year's.
I got that one. It was
What golf shoes are you replacing? He said knowingly.
Adidas, as my mom used to call them. Adidas.
Walk through concert doors and roam all over Coliseum floors.
I took a day trip to France to see Run DMC.
Look, if money was no object, the short little hop to go have dinner or lunch somewhere, but the long transatlantic
But-
flight to stay for
Yeah,
one.
wouldn't-
No.
Yeah,
No.
that's to me. It
However,
blows my mind how stupid.
but
it is.
hold on. If it is private air and you've got the disposable, the flight itself can be a party, right?
Yeah.
The flight over can be a thing. But
Who are you going to put on your private jet, Mike, when you fly overseas?
Zendaya, the aforementioned Zendaya.
Good choice.
And who's she dating? Who's that guy? It's not Chalamet that is she dating Timothy Chalamet?
He's
I'm not
very
sure.
thin.
No, no.
You wouldn't even have to do a carry-on
Holland.
for him.
Tom Holland. Holland.
Same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, what I would do, here's what I do. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, Zendaya, we're going to fly over to London, have a quick bite to eat, then come right back. We think it'll be a really nice, it's just this brand new restaurant opening. And then Zendaya gets on the flight. The way we're going to walk up on the stairs to the private jet. It's going to be Zendaya first, followed by me, and then Tom Holland will be behind me, and I will just do a little faster walk up the stairs, and then the vacuum sealed door that I'll shut out his face. Or better yet, I'll hit the little switch that lifts the stairs up, and he'll be going.
He's still on it?
Yeah, he's still on it. Then I'll
or
push
you know
him
what?
off.
Just give a tip to the guy that's driving the stair truck that's getting in and have him peel
not
out.
the stair truck for a private jet.
It can be.
It's the automatic. Well, yeah, if you're
How
the
big's your
Sultan
jet?
of Brunei.
Well, yeah.
If you're like that jet that they sold to the United States government.
Yeah, it's Air Force One.
That's a
the
great
big-
jet.
That's a great jet.
If I had to rank them all. Anyway, people, don't do this. Stay home and spend money locally.
Very good.
Thank you.
The show continues, but first I want to tell you about Liquid IV. Liquid IV. Liquid IV, I love it. Used it today before we got rained out, and I used the new flavor. It's mango pineapple. Oh,
Yes.
my God. Mm-hmm. Rob, are you responsible for Liquid IV getting me that wonderful stuff? Is that your thing?
I have written them and said, please give Mike
they're
ahead of
sending it.
scheduled deliveries.
They can send me all they want. It's
day.
fantastic. No matter how hot your summer gets, and we had a news story about the heat advisories, Liquid IV can help. Please believe me when I tell you this. It keeps you hydrated, but it does so in a way that works better than water alone. The summer heat means the perfect time to try the new Arctic raspberry flavor that my kid absolutely adores. Plus, Liquid IV has sugar-free solutions powered by Live Hydroscience for smart hydration. Visit liquidiv.com. Use the code TMOS at checkout for 20% off your first order. Just one stick, 16 ounces of water, hydrates better than water alone. I drink it each and every day. It has 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink that doesn't taste as good as Liquid IV.
Tell me about it.
8 essential vitamins and nutrients, and always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. So grab a stick and start sipping. Squeeze the most out of your summer with Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with the code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% first order. TMOS is the code at liquidiv.com. All right, Josh Soroka is upset. He is frustrated.
You know what, Mike? He's spitting nails. That's how mad he is.
He's mad at big sports TV. That's what he's mad at. And then I want to talk about what I'm mad at, okay?
It's all a TV, but the latest news is ESPN is spending $2 billion to purchase the NFL Network and the Red Zone in time for football season this year so that they can roll out a $29.99 a month plan for you to watch the NFL Network and the Red Zone.
So when you used to get
how much
go
I
ahead.
pay.
All right, so when you used to get the Sunday ticket, it would include the Red Zone. So that will not be available now because ESPN has got their little D beaters on it, and they're gonna charge you for watching that. And I know that especially sports gamblers, this is taking advantage of what they have manufactured.
Yes.
This incredible business of sports gambling right
and fantasy football. Yes.
That's what it's all about. And
that's what Las Vegas is all about, Mike. Gambling.
Gambling.
Las Vegas gambling.
Yeah, but I mean, I like real gambling. All right.
Yeah.
I've never been a big sports
You want to
gambler.
touch the chips.
I do. I want to put my hands on the chips. I want to press the buttons. I want the bells and whistles. I want to see a card flipped over. That's what I want with my gambling. I really do. But
at this point,
getting back to it,
I want my cable bill back, where I spent $150, $200, and I have all these channels.
Because as we all cut the cord and we all have these subscriptions,
Mm-hmm.
it's starting to be a little insane. And I talked to Josh about that little secret place where
It's
you can
sketchy,
go and get.
yeah.
It's sketchy, and sometimes it just goes out.
Yeah,
for
it's
no
sketchy.
reason.
Yeah. How many streamers do you have right now that you pay for? I know you have YouTube TV, and that counts for a lot of them,
pay
right?
for YouTube TV for most of my live television, but I don't use it a lot.
Right.
I don't watch a lot of that.
Mhm.
I have Netflix, which really pretty much still the gold standard for streaming services.
Easiest to navigate, best content.
Apple TV, I am. You could actually just point at me, and I would cancel that subscription.
Mike, I'm not going to
think
point
it's
at you
worth it.
because there's a new episode of Stick right now.
Yeah, watch Stick first.
Well,
and
I
then
love
cancel
Stick.
it.
I love Stick, and I love the girl that plays the love interest of the young golfer. I think she's really fantastic.
She's great.
And Mark Maron is spectacular as the caddy. That's a great show. But Apple TV goes months and months and months. And months.
You're right.
You know how long you're going to see Stick? You're going to see Stick for 3 years.
You're right.
You're going to see old episodes of Stick for
I
3 years
still
with
get-
no new programming after the season's over.
I still get You May Like, and it's Ted Lasso. And I watched all of Ted Lasso 4 years ago or whatever. Yeah.
And that's followed closely by Amazon Prime.
Amazon
which-
Prime is not great.
It's not great. And the movies, you know what I love? These streaming services. Netflix does it, Amazon Prime does it, where they come on and they talk about the fact that here are the top 10 movies in America this week, and it is BS.
I know.
There is no algorithm or measurement or data to tell me that Disorderlies is the top 10
Rated
movie this
PG.
week.
I
Come
can't
on.
believe the fact that the top 10 TV shows usually includes General Hospital.
It's ridiculous.
And I used Prime today for the first time in forever. And I didn't realize there's now commercials in all your Prime content.
If you
the
pay
series-
extra, you
the
can
series.
do
Yeah, but
without,
I'm
I
not going
think.
to pay extra.
Well,
but
then,
the one
guy.
that I put on the most improved list, and one that is, I think, making a name for itself, is Paramount TV.
I love
Because
Paramount.
I think Paramount puts up great new content on a regular basis. So that's it. Paramount.
What about, you don't
Apple,
have Hulu?
I got rid of Hulu.
I
Good.
have Hulu
no
still.
interest in Hulu. You have Hulu still?
Yeah.
I do too. It came bundled with
Disney
something.
Plus. I've
Yeah.
got Disney Plus also.
Why do you have Hulu? Because what? Effing
Kids.
Deputy
Kids or
Dogs on it?
something.
No,
I don't know.
no. It came bundled with Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who needs Disney?
You do if you want to watch that Beatles documentary.
Oh, God.
And
That's
I've
one
got
thing.
kids that all use the Disney app.
Are
And
there
I like-
any
I
that
like
am
Disney
I skipping
movies.
any? Am I skipping any besides Hulu?
Yeah.
Is there anything out there?
Tubi.
You don't? Do you have Tubi?
Yeah, Tubi's free. Why not have Tubi?
Well, then I could get Tubi, so I
Yeah.
guess I've got it too then.
Yeah.
Right?
And isn't there a Fubo or something like that?
There's
Yeah,
Fubo.
but that's like a YouTube type
Yeah.
replacement.
It's like a Tubi ripoff. Fubu, Tubi, Gaga.
You know what it
And
is?
don't
It's
forget
Temu
HBO Max
Oh, HBO Max. That's right.
and Showtime.
Well, Showtime is under another heading. Showtime's
It's
under Paramount.
Yeah, but you got to pay extra for it.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that it was
Or my
extra.
mom, who I found out last week, subscribes to PureFlix,
What is
which
that?
it is the Christian Netflix.
Really?
Yeah, apparently it's like a bunch of Hallmark movies. So if you're really into Hallmark movies,
Well, we
Check out
are, but we
PureFlix.
don't want them Christian. There's no sense in
I
making
haven't-
those
Is
Christian.
there a Christian streaming service?
yes, PureFlix. I haven't checked it out, but my mom was telling me about it.
Do they have like videos from Christian bands or something, or evangelists or something like
It says PureFlix, Great American PureFlix. Discover movie now, top 10 movies: Wild Like Me, Indivisible, My Brother's Keeper, and God's Country Songs.
They
I
all
don't know
sound
what
great.
any of this stuff is.
I've seen them all, Mike, and they're really fine.
that? Some of them really, really fun.
It is $4.99 a month.
Real quick before we move on here, I do want to mention that when you're too old for doctors to care, I have had my. I've heard about this. I've heard about this with like medical issues that older people get, where it's just not like it's just not worth it to try to fix something.
This is like when we were talking about appliances yesterday.
Yeah. It's just not worth it.
You can't fix them. Put them away.
Can't fix. You got to put a new one in. But in this case, it's you can't fix. You should just deal with it. So I go. You remember when I was talking very, very graphically about my issue,
Yeah.
and my issue was that we have the fireworks, but the fireworks aren't as plentiful as they used to be.
That's right.
And is it something that is necessary? No. Is it something that is a result of a health problem? No.
Well, that's
is
good.
it something? Is it? No. I've had it checked out. Is it something that everything I get from this doctor is that doesn't represent any underlying
Has
condition?
it made a difference in the number of subscribers you have to your private page? Because they want to see action. And it's just like you're not giving the
My
show you used
subscribers
to.
don't like that. The MS, as I like to call it, is not what it used to be. First word, money. No, I just he
gotta
goes
be grateful.
He goes.
You do. You should write a letter to
two
your
are on
penis.
today. You two are a 1-2 punch today. That's for sure. No, what happens is he's going down. This doesn't, that really, that wouldn't be anything to worry about. This wouldn't be anything to worry about. I'm not there because I'm worried about an underlying medical condition.
That's
I
right.
am there, and I didn't say that at the time, and I regret that I didn't, because if I had had a doctor who could look past the fact that everything for older people is whether they're going to die or not
Right.
that they want to have, better steaming
Yeah.
relations.
To improve a little action over at OnlyFans, you need it.
Exactly. My fans demand it. No,
Now-
but he
What
goes
about
through
all these
this.
infomercials that are on TV and stuff.
That,
Isn't that supposed to all help with
I've
that?
tried. I've tried.
I know you tried.
I have tried, and it's not. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that.
I know. It's
bad. It's very bad. It's
about
it's,
garbage in, garbage out.
untoward. Yeah.
Did he ever mention that it's normal for a man of a certain age to have diminished
Yeah.
output?
Yeah. Yep. That always gets said. And then
Did
it's
he ever
just
say
like
you're supposed to just give up by now?
Yeah, he essentially said that without saying it, and it's a little bit, it's a drag. It's
Yeah.
kind of a drag. He said
He doesn't
this
want
could
you
be-
to give up love, does he?
He said it could be narrowing, it could be slightly, and then he
Are you
did-
hydrated?
And then like twice in 6 months he did the test,
Right.
which I don't need and I didn't want. I really
What
didn't want it this time.
What if you
know?
take Carla with you?
For the
Yeah, I mean,
test?
Or ask the
that might be something. That
Yeah.
might be if she comes in. No, what it will be if I do. If first of all, I am 80% done with a 20% maybe that I pursue. If I pursued it, I would go to a place that is specifically designed for
Like a Wiccan?
that. No, you ass. I'm going
A wizard?
No, not a wizard. I'm going for to do it to see if I can improve that part of my
Exactly.
life.
I just hope it's not the narrowing. That sounds the worst.
It's age related, I
Yeah.
think, to a degree. But I don't have the big
It's tired.
casino. What?
It's just tired.
It's
Been so long.
it's just a drag, is what it is. It's a drag. You
It
want
is a
to, and
drag.
I'm not looking. Now I'm going to get graphic. I don't want to get graphic.
No.
I'm not looking for the greatest fireworks display in the world, right?
Right.
I'll settle for some real nice ones that are low to the ground. Just real nice ones that are low to the
A little
ground.
sparkler.
And you can't leave that kind of an appointment without the doctor, without feeling as though
Carla, I'm
whatever,
ready.
whatever. But I bet in the world of, all right, turn that off.
Yeah, it's too much. What are you doing, Josh?
I bet in the world of medicine
Yes.
that happens for not necessarily, your plumbing, but a lot of other issues where they go, well, that looks like it's something that could be a problem down the road, but it's not something you need to worry about right now. And what they're saying to you is you're going to be dead
Yeah.
before you need to worry about
Maybe
something.
a
I had to-
support group.
I had a liver doctor that I didn't care
Wait,
for.
what did he say? Hold on. What did you say? Support
A
group?
support group. You're not the only guy going through this.
I suppose you're right.
Yeah, bring it up at his church on Tuesday morning.
I don't want to go to. I'm not going in there and telling 1,400 guys that I got that problem.
But I had a liver doctor that I no longer go to. Didn't care for him because he said, I asked him a very pointed question. He says, let's just kick that down the road until we talk again. And I'm like, I'd rather not kick it down the road because I have a question right now. And, they owe you that. Don't have him tell you not to worry if you're worried.
Did you find another liver guy?
Yes. I go to
Okay.
a great one now at Georgetown Hospital where I was born.
And how just since you brought it up,
same
how are
doctor?
you?
I'm great.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a doctor's checkup 2 months ago, a month ago. That's when I got put on Prozac. I'm not sure about this Prozac.
Well, that's your noggin. How about your blood work and your
that's good.
And your organs and everything and your
It all checks out.
Oh. Why are you clamming up now?
No,
Why are
I
you
mean,
clamming up now with 2-word answers?
Well, Mike, here's what I'll tell you.
For sure. Got it. Will do.
Settle down. How
All right.
about those 2 words?
I want our listeners would like to know.
All right. All of my organs are functioning as they should. My liver has bounced back to a point where it's better than it has been in years. I'm no longer drinking.
That's fantastic. Thank you for that.
I'm no longer taking like certain pills that are taxing my liver. Like Excedrin is very bad for your liver. I didn't know that going into this. But so now for pain relievers, it's simply a couple Tylenol as needed. But you know what? Now that I'm not drinking, I don't get as many headaches, so I don't need as much Tylenol. I sleep through the night. I'm down.
Did you take a lot of Tylenol when you were drinking?
Not Tylenol, Excedrin all the time.
Really?
Yeah. I bet that's part of the problem.
So you'd like load up on those the morning after?
Yeah.
Every day?
Almost every day.
Was that because of drinking or work?
Well, that was it was actually the main thing about Excedrin was if I had a slight headache, this is backward and stupid thinking, it also had caffeine. So if I had a caffeine headache, it would bounce me back from that. But it's not this thing you want to realize. I am currently off caffeine, and Mike, you'll appreciate this. I have not had a soda since July 5th.
Rob, oh my God. You would be truly blown away at how many times I think about that. I thought about it today. I was getting the diet stuff, which is almost as bad, by the way.
Right.
But I was thinking about that and saying, how much is coming to this house? Because it seems to go quicker than it should.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking of you. And oh my God. And the doctor,
and
doctor came out and told you? Did he tell you that?
He said a couple months ago, you got to watch your sugars. Just watch your sugars. And I said, that's probably the best way.
You're going to notice a huge difference.
I hate it.
What?
Every day I wake up and I want one. Every day during the day I want a soda. This is harder to give up soda than it is to give up drinking for me.
Oh, and this was the week Costco switched too.
Oh, you're killing me.
Josh, shut up.
At the food court. The food court is ready.
All
Mike, that's not to say I'll never have another soda.
No, don't. I like that. No, that is flipping great. I'd use the F word, but I don't want to. I don't want to have any.
Write me a letter of gratitude.
That I am grateful that you have done that. That's going to prolong your life.
I hope so.
That is such good news. That is really good news. Stick with it. Really. I mean,
I love every time I get to pull something from my life that I like.
But the thing is, acclimate your palate so you can have a diet one once in a while. You can do that.
If I'm going to know, that's poison. I'm not going to put those chemicals in my body.
Okay, well, I do. I might have had 3 today. Hey, isn't it time for you to join the TMOS Bonus Show family, people?
Yes!
Rob's off soda. This is a good excuse right now. Good heavens. The answer is a resounding yes. Every day, we are maximizing the Bonus Show experience because better access means more fun. We're giving you more because you deserve more, like our state-of-the-art TMOS extras. These episodes are so much fun, and they are only available to Bonus Show subscribers. Great extra content that you will love. Or sign up for the commercial-free TMOS, which also includes the Bonus Show every week. Plus, every Bonus Show team member gets first dibs on exciting TMOS offers, one that we are working on right now that you're going to love.
By the way,
something exciting is brewing, people.
Ask me about that when we kill the mics. Josh had a great idea for it.
And
Instant
officially,
access.
we're
Yes.
announcing it on next week's bonus show.
That's right.
That's good news. Instant access to the exclusive TMOS supporters Facebook page. Just visit MikeO'MaraShow.com. Remember, your bonus subscription is the power behind everything TMOS. So when you grab that bonus show subscription, you are making sure all the great stuff keeps it coming. Be a hero, be a helper. For additional details, visit the bonus show tab at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Don't bother to phone us. Just buy the bonus. He wrote it. I delivered it.
Let's do this then.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Cherry
Hot Kiss. Hard to beat that for a jingle. So as we do beautiful video today, Mike, this one, I feel there's sort of stealing from you, but I still appreciated it. This is two guys. They appear to be in a band, and they are doing an impression of the way airport announcements sound. And I think it's great. And you mentioned that you don't like airports. I think this is fine because they use a xylophone, but also a snare drum.
That's kind of a variation on a bit a wonderful radio personality used to do.
That's right.
That is a complete ripoff of
And
the
you never
Marion
needed-
Barry subway, right?
Yeah, you never needed a snare drum to do it.
No, absolutely not.
There's a guy named Spain. I don't know his first name because I've forgotten it, but I remembered his last name is Spain. And would you like to guess what state he lives in?
Spain.
I'll give you a hint.
He's American?
I'll give you a hint. It's a drunk driving guy. And the way he got pegged for drunk driving, not usual. So what state do you think he lives in?
Delaware.
Look around, Mike. Look around you.
Georgia.
It is very close to Georgia. It is Georgia adjacent.
I got it.
Go.
It's Georgia adjacent. Alabama.
No, this is Florida.
Oh, Florida.
And he got a DUI because he was making erratic turns on his lawnmower. Now, is this fair? Should you get a DUI for the lawnmower? We went to a noted Florida attorney to find out.
So, can you get a DUI on a bicycle, a horse, a lawnmower? The answer is yes. So the way it works in Florida is any vehicle that's on public highway, you can get a DUI. And horses, bikes, lawnmowers, anything that you're riding is considered a vehicle in the state of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And there's big cases with people on the back of a horse
Your wife.
get a DUI.
Yes.
Riding a lawnmower, riding a bicycle. So it's not just cars.
Right.
And keep in mind, too,
You're right.
with Tesla and these self-driving cars, even though you're behind the wheel and the car is driving itself, you're still operating it. You're still responsible. And you can still get a DUI, even if it's a self-driving car.
Do you think he has a lot of friends, that lawyer? I don't think he does. I didn't
Probably
care for his
not.
message.
Probably not.
Did I hear Michael?
No.
I thought I heard Dad. My bad.
Really?
Yeah.
If you
I
maybe
did
didn't
not hear a dad.
Okay. I don't
All
know
right.
what happened there.
Mike, this not only has the best anchorman we've seen in a while, you're going to really like this guy, but also I have to ask, as far as baseball goes, I've got two guys with me here. Are you fans of the Gnats?
No.
Okay, then you don't want to go to Kentucky because they've got gnats everywhere. Now,
Gnats, like the bugs?
yes, now cue the guy.
In northern Logan County say
This
a
guy.
gnat infestation is making
Oh,
life
my God.
unbearable, and they blame a local aluminum plant.
WBKO Investigates reporter Brennan Crane spoke with residents and takes
my.
us inside their homes for our top story.
All right,
This is
stop and
sad.
start it again. Stop
Okay.
and start. There's low energy, and then there is just, I'm not even alive.
No, he is close to retirement.
He really does look like he's in a box.
Hey, I resent, as somebody closer to retirement than you, I resent that. I've never phoned it in like this guy. Look at this guy. Make an effort, for Christ's sake. Come
It
on
almost
now.
makes me want to watch this news channel.
In northern Logan County say a gnat infestation
He
is making
hates
life
her, by the way.
unbearable, and they blame a local aluminum plant.
WBKO Investigates reporter Brennan Crane spoke with residents and takes us inside their homes for our top story at 6.
I'm not going to
For nearly 70 years, Isla Thomas has called Edwards Road home in northern Logan County.
Nice
Now
modern
in her
lamp.
90s, she's
This is
wondering
great.
if it's time to sell and walk away.
Say last year they were bad, but this has been the worst year. You can't even enjoy sitting in your kitchen drinking your coffee or
No.
anything.
Thomas is one of dozens of residents near Logan Aluminum's recycling facility in Lewisburg who say a persistent gnat infestation has
look
made
at
daily
those.
life unbearable.
Bad.
Many are now part of a lawsuit against the company, claiming the plant is to blame.
I just have a lot of gnats and you can't cook, you can't hardly eat for them.
Walk inside Thomas's spotless home and you'll see hundreds, maybe thousands
Gross.
of gnats caught on traps hanging from bathroom light fixtures.
About every day or every other day, you have to change them all, or they just fly so bad
You know
can't
what?
even.
What?
I heard that she spends so much on exterminators trying to get rid of the gnats that now she's not going to be able to get her neck lift.
Her spotless home, Mike. Bless her
My
heart.
camera. What happened to my camera on this show today?
What do you mean?
Do I look like I'm in a smoky room or something
It looks like
that?
you might be overlit.
Yeah, I think I'm over.
But
I turned it down.
I think that happened during the show because we all looked great when it began.
I looked great at the beginning of
window.
this show.
Yeah.
And then something went wrong.
It's that no expense paid camera.
Yeah.
That's right. That fabulous.
But I'll tell you
no
that
expense was spared.
Right.
That's what you
that
meant.
anchor has been at WBKO since 1986.
Wow.
1986. God love him.
Going
That's
on 40 years.
fantastic.
Mike, you know what? Let's just bear with your camera because I only have one more tape. I do
wanted
think
to fix it and then stay a while.
I think that one of the most lovely songs ever written, as far as Beatles songs go, is called Here Comes the Sun. And I think this is a beautiful rendition of it, and we will close with it today. You can find great stuff on the internet. This guitar work is beautiful. It's all right. Isn't that pretty? Mike, I like when things are pretty.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's a great way to end the show. Hey, I really fixed it there, didn't I? Look at
Looks
me.
good. I see
All right.
gnats.
Yeah, gnats everywhere. We got to get out of here. We'll be back with a brand new show tomorrow. Thank you so much for your support. Our thanks to Joel
Zuckerberg.
Are you sure it's
No,
yeah,
that's not
Zuckerberg?
it. I thought it was Zuckerman.
Zuckerman. That's right.
Hold on, I'll tell you what. I don't want to screw this up.
No.
Hold on a second. Let me just minimize.
I do have, you know what? It is Zuckerman. I have it written down.
Zuckerman, not Zuckerberg.
Right. That was just a slip of the lip.
All right, hold on.
Slip of the tongue. No expense was spared.
The book that Joel brought to us today was Gratitude Tiger, Creating Joy Through the Art of Impactful Letters. And he's a good guy. It was fun talking to him. We appreciate him coming on the show. We'll be back with a brand new episode tomorrow. For Robb Spiewak and Josh Soroka, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Management regrets the error.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
You lost again.
Sabrina, don't just stare at it, eat it.
Cottonelle bath tissue.